All right, there we go. We are live. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, my fellow YouTubian nation. My name is Chris. This is my channel, We Love Comics, and as always, thank you so much for taking the time to listen to one of my videos. I really appreciate it. It's been a little hectic lately. We had to take Luna back to the vet today. She hasn't eaten in going on 2 days. She barely touches any of her food, so one of the things with her having diabetes, among other things, any kind of sickness can really affect her. So we're doing some blood tests, and we're hoping for the best. So, yeah, it's been a little stressful, and there's a couple other things that I won't get into. But on a positive note, if people saw the video I did on Sunday, the surprise subscriber shout-out actually messaged me and really thanked me for doing that. They appreciated it, and they asked if I could do a humble request, which I don't mind doing at all. They said they had just started a brand new channel. They only have 3 subscribers, and I looked over, I subscribed to them, so I'm one of the subscribers. So technically they have 2 subscribers plus me. I want to ask as a personal favor if you could subscribe to this person. I put the description all the way down at the bottom, the link, and I'll put it right here in the live chat. And if you do subscribe, just put a comment saying We Love Comics sent you, because I don't mind helping channels. Now, it's not a comic book channel. It's kind of a comedy kind of thing, but it's still positive. It's not anything, no pranks or anything where it's negative. So anybody that could subscribe to that channel, it will make their day. And it was nice enough for them to contact me and really thank me for doing that surprise subscriber shout out. So, like I say all the time, there's a lot of negativity in this world. So anybody that can do anything good is a beautiful thing these days. So I will ask as a personal favor if anybody could subscribe to that channel, check them out, and leave a comment or two. So with that being said, I see we have enough people here. Let me say hello really quick. Don't mind me. I'm just suffering from a major migraine. There's been a lot of stress going on lately. If you've been watching my channel, you pretty much know why. But there's a lot more that I won't get into. But never stop collecting. You're here first. Welcome, Mr. Comics89, one of my moderators. Glad to see you here. DeJuan L. Forgive me if I said that wrong. Steve S. Huma1188. Ben is here. Rudy. John. Gorgeous women of comic. I like that. What's wrong with Kitty? Well, she's got heart problems, liver problems, kidney problems, and she's a diabetic. So right now she's not eating. The thing about cats with diabetes is any little thing can really affect them, because their white blood cell counts have to work overtime. So it's part of the process. I wish we would have gotten her years ago. She came into our life only about 4 years ago. She was a stray that somebody abandoned and probably abused. So we've been doing our best. But I'm going to be making that video soon. A lot of people did request it. If you haven't seen the video about part of it, please watch it. It's very important. If you own a cat or a dog, it's my way of giving back to the community more than just showing comic books. So let me put on the video camera so you can see. These are books I've had for a while. I've told people before that I have, and I even showed in a video, tons of comics that I have yet to open, which means if they're, if somebody tried to cheat me or anything, I'm pretty much screwed. But I always save some in reserve just in case for a situation like what is going on now. We might be moving within the next 3 months. So if anybody's interested in any of my comic book mystery boxes, the link is in the description. The proceeds go towards 1, helping us move, and 2, helping us with the medical bills for our cat Luna and some special foods that we have to buy and stuff. So it is going for a good cause. There's also a Patreon if you want to join that. I mean, obviously there's no requirements for that at all. But I always save a couple of boxes of comics, and some of them are key issues. So this way, when situations like this arise, because I can't buy any new comics, not for a while, not anything expensive anyway, it gives me the ability to have content. So this is a book I've actually always wanted, but I've never had before, and I got a pretty decent deal on this, and this is going to be one of those newly acquired Disney properties, and they taped the living daylights out of this. So this is one that has future potential. Now, if you've seen the movies before, you'll know that they've both been in the movies already. This is a lower grade book, but like I always say, low grade is better than no grade, especially if you cannot afford a high grade. So this is probably a 1.5, maybe a 2.0 at best. But to me, I still own it, and that's the major factor to me. You know, I would love high grades just like I'm sure everybody else would, but you got to go with what you can afford. So to me, I'd rather have a low grade that I can afford than not to have anything at all. So with that being said, let me show this book. And like I said, before I do, don't forget also to wait until the end to see who's today's surprise subscriber shout out. I will post the link one more time to that other channel. Their channel's name, I think it's called Folly Unicorn or Follied Unicorn. They messaged me the other day and they thanked me for the surprise subscriber shout out, and they said they only have 3 subscribers. I'm one of them. So if anybody could subscribe to that channel, the link is also in the description at the bottom. Please, support other channels. It's not a comic book channel, but you never know. It might be something you find interesting. To me, I don't mind helping other channels when I can. So here is the book. Again, lower grade, and of course, I will always show the price. This is absolutely a book I have always wanted. This is X-Men number 4, which is the first appearance of Quicksilver. Oh, sorry, right there. And Scarlet Witch. And the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. Now, this one has some fading. It's got some, I don't know, there's a lot of white dots. It looks like, I don't know, there must have been a big piece of tape or something, but you could see some of the colors ripped off there. There is, it looks like a bug got to it a little bit in the corner. It ate some of it, but it is complete. Staples are intact. Obviously, I have to check to make sure, because I always tell people, no matter what you get, even if you see pictures on eBay, because I had one time a Hulk 180 where they showed a picture of the, wow. Devin, you didn't have to do that much. I want to show this really quick because that's really nice. Devin just did a $50 super chat. I mean, that's more than, I don't think anybody's ever done that much. But, I mean, thank you. That will help. And just hope this helps with Luna. That was really nice of you. So thank you. Devin, if you have a channel, please post the link live and when it comes up, because I want to promote your channel, because if somebody's going to be that nice, I want to make sure. So if you have anything you want to promote, please. Thank you. That was really nice of you. I totally lost my train of thought. But, that was really nice of you. What I was saying about the X-Men Hulk 180. I bought it on eBay. The person showed images of the Marvel stamp. And when I got it home, I opened it to check, and the Marvel stamp was not there. So, I'm not saying everybody lies. Somebody could make a mistake. They could have put the wrong picture. But in the end, whether they lied or they accidentally did the wrong thing without realizing, or maybe just didn't know, you're the one that will suffer if you don't check your book. So please make sure you do. So I will check this book, but I paid with shipping and handling only $285 for this book. I don't think that's a bad price, especially with the fact that eventually you're going to see the X-Men in the MCU. Now, obviously, Quicksilver's dead, but you never know. Now, with the time, with all the different time things they're talking about in different, the multiverses, you can always bring them back. I'm sure there's going to be plenty of stuff with the Scarlet Witch, because she is getting her own TV show, but I don't think she's going to end up just in TV shows, especially with the X-Men coming back. I mean, that could be something big, and it's just a matter of time. So this isn't as bad as I thought. I thought there was a bigger rip, but that white spot right there is actually Iceman. So there is right here some color breaks, and there are some color breaks like along Magneto's head. So either he was doing a line of cocaine in this, or there was just something, what it is what it is, but it still looks presentable. It definitely looks like a dry cleaning can help this. And again, I want to make sure if somebody does something like this, I want to acknowledge them. So this is really nice. Laura Lopez with a $20 super chat. Sorry, I'm just It's been a real emotional lately. I'm going to be doing that video tomorrow or maybe the next day about things that will help your animals, because if I would have known now if I would have known months ago what I know now, things would be so different. And I want to make sure what Luna's going through isn't in vain, and maybe it's a way to get other people, to save their animals. So, sorry about this. It's just been a very stressful week, and Luna right now, like I said, she's not eating. It's been 2 days. We just took her to the hospital, the vet. She had to stay there and get some IVs done, and we're waiting for results for the blood test. So, again, it's really nice, and I appreciate it. But like I said, if I can make that video, and I understand it's not going to be thousands of views. I mean, who knows? But if one person benefits from it and they save their animal from ever having to deal with what we're dealing with, I mean, every time we go to the vet, it's like hundreds of dollars, and then there's the medicines, and then the foods that we get. And Michelle just did a super chat. I don't know what CHF is. I'm assuming that you're not in the United States, but whatever it is, to me, it's not the amount. Thank you for that. Wow. Guys, you don't have to keep doing this. I really appreciate it. But, D-Ron just did one, too. I'm sorry. It's just been really hard. Tiffany, thank you. She just did one as well. You guys don't have to do it. I don't want you to ever think that I'm doing this to try and, panhandle or anything like that. But this is Duran with a $20 super chat. Tiffany with a $2 super chat. Thank you very much. Again, I don't know what the CHF is, what country that is. But regardless, to me, it's the thought that counts. So please, don't anybody ever think, even if it was $1, I wouldn't care. Because to me, it's the thought. But, yeah, so I won't really get into the major thing, but we're going to be moving in about probably 3 months, because we kind of have to. And we'll leave it at that. But, yeah, I'm going to make that video soon. Oh, okay. CHF is the money in Switzerland. Oh, well, that's a first. I've never seen that before. Thank you. Paul just did a super chat. Thank you. I think that's lira. Oh, okay. Helps from the UK. So that's £10. You guys are amazing. Chris Caliber just did a super chat. If you guys, please, anybody that does the super chats, please, you can write something in there. So please do. And if you have a channel, please, anybody that did these, or you know what? Even if you didn't, because I don't want it to be like I only help people with super chats, because you guys know that's not the case. If any of you have channels, please post. And Tiffany says, wish I can do more. Please, no, don't think that way. It's to me, it's the heart. That's what matters. So, Tiffany, please, I don't want you to think, yours is any less appreciated. So, to me, I'm old school. It's the fact that somebody cares about somebody other than themselves. Never apologize or feel bad about it, especially if you're in a situation. Bill, no, my cat hasn't passed, but she hasn't eaten in 2 days. We fed her a little bit. We've had to kind of force feed her some vitamins and stuff, and we took her to the vet today, and they had to put her, said she was very dehydrated, but they're doing some blood tests. So we'll find out. It's just I feel bad for her because this cat's been through so much. And I'm very much into animals because I really care about them. And that's why we took in 3 strays. And when we first got her, and Comic Addiction just did a super chat, thank you, And again, please, don't apologize. You guys, you don't have to apologize. It's amazing that this is happening at all. But what I was saying is, James asked, how old is your pet? We don't really know. because literally 4 years ago during a blizzard, I went to open my door to go get the mail, and in she walked in. I mean, she was skin and bones. Somebody abandoned her. We're assuming she's somewhere between 11 and 14. The vets don't know, obviously, but at one point she was, I don't know if it's spayed or neutered. I don't know what it is for girl or boy cats. But we have 3 strays. We take care of them. My cats eat better than I do. I mean, we're making her, when she was eating, we're making her raw food. I mean, I'm buying her, like, organic meat. Like, grass-fed stuff. Like, better than I ate when I was eating meat all the time. So I will be doing that video in the next couple of days. I want to apologize to everybody for not responding to the comments. I'm sure some of you can understand it's just been a little rough, and there's more going on in personal life that's going to be life-changing that I really don't want to get into on top of this stuff. So it's been a little overwhelming, but you guys have made it, like, amazing for me. And I'm not just talking about the people with the super chats. I'm talking about all the comments and the kind words. And Carter Lee just did a $25 super chat. It says, "You are truly an inspiration, Chris." I want to be. You know, I want people to think out there that there's more to life than, you know, I love comics. That's one of the reasons why I originally was going to call this I Love Comics, and then I realized I don't want it to be about me. I want it to be about the community. My original channel I had to shut down because for some reason I just got all this abuse from some people. And all I've ever really wanted to do is help the community, and that's why I try and give back as much as I can. Even if it's something that helps your chats and everything. My super chat doesn't want to be sent, and I can't pronounce your name. I'm really sorry. So it's the first 3 letters A-N-T. So I'm just gonna call you Mr. Ant. We'll call him Ant-Man. It doesn't work, but that's okay. Again, it's the thought. But I want people to see that, like, even with my situations, because you've seen over the years some things that have happened. I mean, 10, 20 years ago, God, yeah, 20 years ago, my house was robbed, and it was my ex-fiance that did it, and they stole all of my high-grade comic books. I mean, you're talking 9.0s of Hulk 181, Avengers 2, 3, 4, 8, X-Men 2, 94, 2 giant-size X-Men #1, Tales of Suspense #40, and many others. And I mean, I had a Conan #1 that literally would have been a 9.8. It was never opened and got stolen. And on top of it, they decided to trash the house, causing thousands of dollars worth of damage. But the reason I'm saying this is I want people to know that no matter how bad life can be, you'll always turn it around. Things can always get better as long as you don't give up. And trust me when I say I feel like really bad for my wife, because the past couple of days I've just been a vegetable. And and Comic Addiction said he got his Hulk 180. That's awesome, man. I know he's been trying to get one. I'm really happy to hear you got that, especially before Wolverine gets into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So please make sure it has the Marvel stamp. If you are new to comics, there are certain books in the 70s that had Marvel stamps. Not every one of them, but a certain amount do. 2 of the major ones is Hulk 180 and Hulk 181. Make sure they have them in there. Please make sure you check. Phil, they didn't go to jail because I didn't find out. It ended up that she called me like 10 years later and didn't admit that she did it, but she said her father did it, and her father's already in jail. So at that point, you know, it is hearsay, but it's also 10 years later. So what happened was I had to refinance my house twice because of the situation, and that's currently going to be putting us in the situation 20 years later that I'm in now. So again, I'm not really going to get into the major parts, but my concern is my animals and also everybody else's. That's why I'm going to be making a video. I'm going to show you all the things that you can do. Like I said, the other video, please check it out. The first thing I'm going to tell you, like I said, is please throw out any dry food you have for your cats and dogs, because that's the #1 reason for modern day health problems of animals. Vets won't tell you about it unless you ask them. Even like organic dry food. Just trust me when I say throw it out. I'm going to do a video showing you what I use, well, telling you what I use, because I got to keep it in the freezer. But I'm going to show you some of the other vitamins and stuff that you can get, all these different things. And a lot of people, I'm going to do it on both of my channels. So this way, the people here and my other channel, which I don't really make videos that much anymore on, but I want to make sure everybody gets it. Devin Gritton says, do you know what Galactus' second appearance is? Well, his first appearance is in Fantastic Four 48. It's a cameo. His second appearance, which is his first full appearance, would be Fantastic Four number 49. So that's technically his second appearance. But I don't want to make this too long. To everybody that did the Super Chats, you guys are amazing. What's a little sad is YouTube takes 30% of it. But even if they took 90% of it, I wouldn't care. The fact that you guys and girls did that is amazing. And to anybody that didn't, please, don't think that there's any difference. The fact that you're here showing support means the world to me. The prayers have been amazing. Luna's a fighter, and no matter what happens, her illness, because of the way we found out and all the research that I did after the fact, I'm going to make sure it wasn't for nothing. So if she got these illnesses and it ultimately helps other people and it helps their animals, then you know what? Then it happened for a reason. And it shows that if you can take the worst tragedies in your life and turn them into something good or help somebody else so they never have to experience it, then it happened for a reason. And Anthony just did a super chat as well for Luna. Thank you. You know what? Hold on. Let me get her really quick. I wanted to say hello really quick. This is Luna. She hasn't been eating. She kind of sits by herself. She's usually a very friendly cat and very loving. But she's a fighter, and we're trying very hard. But like I said, if she went through this and it helps us learn a bunch of stuff, and we can help you guys so you never have to go through what we're going through, I don't care if you love me or hate me. It's to help. So I'm very happy to do that. And she's the most friendliest cat you'll ever imagine. And the best thing that ever happened. Outside of my wife, of course. Yeah, her eyes definitely look bright. She was kind of fading away for a little while. She's been in and out, because with diabetes, when cats have diabetes, every little thing can affect her physically. Captain Crunch just did a super chat. Thank you so much. She said, hang in there, bud. This is for Luna. So where'd she go? She's just laying down. But yeah, I don't know what it is. Like, my other cats I've had for the longest time, since they were babies, her I just have a connection with I've never had with an animal before. And, you know, like I said, if her illness turns into something that I can learn, things that can help you guys, I'm very happy to do it. And then that means it had a purpose. And that could be beautiful. So, you know, if one person has an illness and it saves hundreds of others or prevents hundreds of others from ever experiencing the pain that one family did, then it shows that there's a purpose behind it. And to me, that's called sacrifice. So maybe this is her purpose for being here, a gift that she's willing to give to help others. So this is not your typical YouTube channel. I think most of you pretty much know that. And I wasn't expecting to have all this. I was just going to show a book because I needed to do something today. So I want to thank you guys for being so kind and amazing. It's been a rough trip being on YouTube, let me tell you. Especially from my other channel, some of the things I tried to help with and some of the abuse I've gotten to hear. I really hope the people who decide to be negative can find some benefit. Because like I said, the video I'm going to do about the animals will help people who love me or hate me. I'm not here to pick sides or, there won't be any erasing of thumbs up or thumbs down. There won't be any inability to comment. And if I can help people in more ways than one, that's exactly what I want to do. So yes, comics are amazing, and I'm very glad I have this comic book to add to my collection. But I would trade in every book I've got to let her live a happy life. And I know many of you would too. So today's surprise subscriber shout out is just going to go to every single person in the chat. Whether you did super chat or not, I want to thank you all. You guys just totally made this day a lot easier. And it's been rough. And I'll fill in more details as we go. Because like I said, there's some scenarios that are also going on that we can't really talk about now. And it's put me in a little bit of a panic mode. But you know what? Like they say in life, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And these are kind of like just happy appreciation for all you guys. So I don't mind showing a side that many people, might think is fake or whatever. Or people can think what they want. This is me as a human being really showing that I'm not afraid to show that I care. Especially for people I have not and may never meet. So Tiffany, thank you for the prayers. And I really appreciate what everybody did today. And Comic Addiction says, my mom says she's going to pray for her. Thank you. Every little bit will help. And then, like I said before, and I'll post the link here again, if anybody's interested in that channel, I'll post the link. There was a person that had a YouTube channel that I did a surprise subscriber shout out to. They have 3 subscribers, including myself. So if anybody can subscribe to them and just say, "We Love Comics sent you," I'm sure that'll make their day too. So passing it forward. And anybody in the live chat, whether you did a super chat or not, if you have a YouTube channel, please put the link to your channel. I will approve it. And it's my way of saying thank you. Your kindness, your generosity, your prayers, and your viewership mean everything to me. So thank you for making a couple of bad days a little bit easier. Trust me when I say this is more than I could have imagined. So thank you very much, everybody. Happy collecting. Keep searching. Look for deals. Wait for deals. And if you have bad things in your life, maybe sometimes look at some of my videos and understand that sometimes it's not the fact that you get knocked down. It's whether you decide to get up or not. So we will get through this, and I want to show people, maybe as a voice of inspiration, that sometimes you could have your whole life taken in front of you and have the rug pulled out from under you and be beaten to the ground. And it's easier to stay down, and it's a lot harder to get up, but it takes strength to get back up. Weak people stay down or stay angry. So you guys can all do it. And maybe me showing this side shows that, it's very easy to be Mr. or Mrs. Rah, rah, rah when everything's going great. It's very easy to inspire people if you have everything that you want in life. But can you still inspire when the world drops a ton of bricks on you? And that's what I want people to see, because my life right now is pretty much as upside down as it can get. But yet I still want people to know that you can do anything that you achieve. Sometimes it's going to be hard. And I want it to be showing that even myself, who could be very positive, can be emotionally distraught and really taken a lot of blows to the head. but still knows that eventually you get back up and you'll get your dreams to come true. There will be a day on this channel, I promise you. It probably won't be tomorrow. It may not be next week. May not even be this year. But I promise you, before I ever end this channel, I will one day show an Amazing Fantasy 15. I will get it. And when I do, I hope it shows that I'm not doing it to brag. I'm not trying to make anybody feel bad. I want people to know that you can absolutely hit rock bottom, have the whole world crashing around you. You think everything is going wrong. And then all of a sudden you decide and you choose to pick up and fight and make things better, that things will always go your way. So thank you so much from the bottom of my heart, from the bottom of Luna's heart, my wife, everybody. We thank you for this. Your generosity is amazing. Again, please leave your links in the description. And also, like I said, if anybody wants to purchase any of my comic book mystery boxes, the link is in the description. It's all the way near the bottom. The proceeds also help Luna and help us move. So I will do my best to give you good comics. And if you tell me that you do an unboxing video on a YouTube channel, I'll throw in an extra comic for free. So if you do order, make sure you indicate if you're going to do an unboxing video, so I will throw you one for free. Paul, unfortunately, I can't do the UK because of the shipping costs. It honestly would not be worth it, especially if it's the smaller packages. And I don't want it to be something where you're not going to be happy. So I was originally going to ship all around the world until I realized what the shipping costs were going to be. So I don't want anybody to just buy something and not be happy with it. And unfortunately, I have no control over shipping costs. Comic Crypto Saga, are you still considering Vegas to move? As of now, I have a general idea where we want to move. What we want and what we get are two different things. But I won't be mentioning that until after it happens. Or when it happens. Because nothing's etched in stone yet. So I'll keep you posted as I know. So we're kind of figuring stuff out. But again, I don't want to waste any more time. I'm rambling at this point. The book I was showing was X-Men #4. I paid, I don't even know if I said the price, but I spent $285, which includes shipping and handling. I am going to open it up and check it out. It is a lower grade, but low grade is better than no grade. I bought this about 2 months ago. The temptation of, wanting to open this is amazing. There's some key issues in there I haven't opened yet because I wanted to make sure I had videos for times like this. Little did I know that I would end up needing it. So, Phil says, what's your opinion on Walking Dead ending? Are you talking about the comic book or the movie? The TV show? Because they are doing a couple of Walking Dead movies. If it ends, that doesn't surprise me. I mean, all things come to an end. As far as the comics, when did they say it's ending? Because as far as I knew, they said they were going to go until at least issue 300. Phil, did you learn anything new about Walking Dead ending? But if it is, I'm sure the reason is one of the main characters, and I won't say who just in case somebody doesn't know about it, but one of the main characters dying in the comic book. If any reason would be to end it, it would probably be that. But, wow, they're saying 194 is the last one. I guess a lot of people had a problem with that one character dying because the whole book was based on that character. So, Tiffany says, I can't get a hold of X-Men 3. Why are they canceling Walking Dead? This is the first I'm hearing about it, so I don't know. I'll have to look into it. I would safely assume that a lot of people are very disappointed in a certain death that occurred just last issue. And I think that may be the reason. Or it could be they just don't want to write it anymore, or a contract deal didn't work out, or who knows. I'll have to look into it. But as far as getting an X-Men 3, the one thing I could say is keep trying. Always look for deals. I have videos that give my eBay tips and advice. It's under my playlist under comic tips / advice. Go check it out. Maybe it'll help you. But sometimes you got to ask for deals, and sometimes you just got to wait and be patient. There are books, like I've wanted this book for years. This is the first time I've ever owned it. I just got it now. Well, 2 months ago, but I just opened it now. But I've wanted it for years. So sometimes in this game you have to be patient. And I've shown even hot books at the moment you could still find at great deals. I mean, I got a Tales of Suspense 52, which is the first appearance of Black Widow. I paid $149 for it only last year. It came back graded a 7.0. I mean, it was a beautiful book. That's like over a $2,000 book that I spent under $150 on. I did this. I got Fantastic Four 52 and 53 a week before the movie came out for $99. The 52 graded a 5.0. That's like an $800 book. So there are always deals to be made. You just have to be patient. You have to know how to do it. And you just got to understand that sometimes you're going to lose out. It's okay. Just keep going until you win. Because, you know, it's like a relationship. You can go through 55 to 100 breakups that break your heart. And then you meet one person that you spend the rest of your life with. What do you think's going to matter? The 100 people that broke your heart or the one person that filled it? So don't worry about how many times you lose. Don't worry about how many times you cannot get what you want. Maybe it's just not the right time, or maybe something's better. Like, think of it like a relationship. Do you really want to marry the first person you ever met in your life? You may have thought when you were 13 or 14 that might have been the love of your life, only to find out years later that the person was not meant for you. But if you would have latched on that early, it's too late. So sometimes, you know, every ship that crosses does not mean it's a boat you have to get on. Sometimes you got to look at a boat and say, you know what, that's not the one I want to travel on. It's not going in the direction I want. Maybe several boats will pass before you get to that one. But if you wait for that right one, it's going to take you everywhere you need to be. So trust your instincts, think of it positively, and use some of the way I speak and communicate and the way I show things as proof that it does take time, but make it into a game. You know, if you played a game and you beat the game in 2 seconds and it's an easy game, you're going to play it again, you'll get bored real quick. It's challenging for a reason. And Lee Smith just did $2, two $2 super chats. Thank you. And I'll leave with a video game reference. There was a quote, and I may be not getting it directly right, but I'm sure you'll know the premise, that if I learned anything in video games, it's that if I'm facing the enemy, then I'm going in the right direction. Think of that in life. Sometimes you're just going to have to face the enemy, and sometimes you have to show your strength to be able to not just beat the enemy, but maybe befriend the enemy, or go around the enemy, or find a different path. But you can do it unless you believe you can't. So you change your mindset, and you'll be in a better place. And say maybe sometimes I need to be reminded that of myself. So before I go, Tiffany writes, I honest to God got the first Black Widow for like $60 9 years ago. Same for first Hawkeye. There you go. So it took you 9 years to make that into something extremely profitable. But aren't you glad you got it? So, you know, you're not going to win everything every second. Because trust me, if you were born and had everything, what would be your goal in life? What would be there to achieve? So sometimes maybe we suffer because we have to see, do we have the strength to break through and become something from nothing? Or the world pushing against us? And maybe Luna's an example of that. She's a fighter. She may lose the battle eventually, but you know what? We're doing our best to keep it from being something where we just give up and say, oh, it's easy, just pull the plug. Or inject her with something that puts her to sleep. I'm not ready to do that. I mean, if she was in pain and there was no other way, that's a different story. But she's a fighter, and maybe this is, like I said, inspiration to help others. So don't give up on your goals. Believe in yourself. Know it's okay to fall down. It's your job to get back up and do it yourself. Don't let others pull you up, because then you'll spend your whole life with your hand out waiting for somebody to grab you. And maybe one day they won't. If you can't do it yourself, then you're going to rely on others for the rest of your life. So hopefully something in this video helps inspire you. Thank you so much. I appreciate the fact that, you know, as emotional as I got, nobody here made fun of me or accused me of pandering or lying or being an actor or anything. They can see the sincerity. So thank you for allowing me to be me. And I hope this inspires any of you even if it's one thing in your life that maybe made you think a second way. So thank you very much. I appreciate every single person that watched this video. If you're kind enough to give it a thumbs up, it would mean the world to me. Hopefully you will check out my mystery boxes. If you want to join my Patreon, you could do that. And also, like I said, here's one more time the link to that channel that I did the surprise subscriber shout out the other day. If you could subscribe to them and send a little comment saying, you know, We Love Comics sent you, I'm sure it will make their day. And anybody that was on this live chat, whether you did a super chat or not, if you have a YouTube channel, post the link and I will accept it and subscribe to their channels. So thank you very much, guys. I just literally thought I was going to do a 5-minute unboxing video to just occupy my time, to not think about the stuff going on. And you guys helped me turn this into a 40-minute emotional story. So thank you for being a part of it, and I love you all. I'll talk to you soon, and don't forget, it's not you, it's not I, it's We Love Comics, and I definitely love Luna, and I love you guys. Peace out.